All right, Cam, thank you. The eclipse is now officially over in the U.S., and thousands of people who traveled to see totality are heading back home.
Today, we're joined by Laurence Mohr, the president of the Madison Astronomical Society. Thank you so much for being here.
It's great to be here. Thank you for inviting me.
It's been an exciting day.
It has been an exciting day. So even though we didn't see totality here in southern Wisconsin, we still saw a partial eclipse, and it was really exciting.
Yes, it's one of these opportunities where you can just have fun experimenting and exploring nature. Whether you got one of those authentic sun viewing glasses, or if you were like myself with punching a hole in a piece of paper and projecting it onto the pavement and seeing the eclipse that way. And also you could notice in between the branches of trees, too bad we don't have leaves, but if you're near an evergreen, one of my friends told me they could see through the evergreen tree the eclipse projecting onto the ground that way, and people were just amazed. And if you happen to be at the path of totality, there's lots of other fascinating natural phenomenon going on, whether it's the sun or whether it's the animals or whether it's the people.
Yeah. So you didn't travel today, but you did back in 2017 when we had our last eclipse to get to totality.
Yes, I drove 2 days to Glendale, Wyoming.
Oh my goodness.
Wyoming, they had 2 state parks that were right in the path of totality, and I booked my spot there several months in advance. And we had me and another member of the society, John Wonderland, was at the same park, and we had a great time there, and it was a great experience. One of the fun things that happens right before totality is, the things just start seeming weird.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then the animals start behaving oddly. And if you happen to have a piece of white cloth on the ground right before totality happens, you start seeing these weird shadow patterns called shadow snakes that are caused by the very thin light coming past the moon from the sun and showing the turbulence in the air. And then, of course, people mention seeing the diamond ring, and if the sunshine passes through various surface features on the moon, you see something called Bailey's beads. So there's just so much fun things to be able to experience in nature, and I urge anyone who has a chance to travel to the path of totality, do it. It's like hearing someone like myself sing. That's like seeing partial eclipse, but and the total eclipse is more like going to a Taylor Swift concert. It's one of the most exciting, anxiety and emotion provoking experiences you'll ever go through. Do it if you can.
I was lucky enough to be in the path of totality in 2017, and like you said, it's just a totally indescribable almost event. It's unlike anything else you've experienced. So for people obviously who might have not been able to do that this time, when is the next total solar eclipse in the U.S.? What can we be looking forward to?
Well, unfortunately, if you want to stay in the United States, you'll have to wait until the 12th of August in 2045, in 21 years is the next time the sun will cross. If you want to stay in Wisconsin, then you're also out of luck. However, right after that, on the 11th of June in 2048, here in Wisconsin, we'll have an annular eclipse. That's also known as a ring of fire eclipse, crossing Wisconsin. But if you want to see a total eclipse here in Wisconsin, you'll have to wait till the 14th of September in 2099. And I'm not planning on being around for that. But if you really want to do it, make plans to travel. There's if there's an eclipse going over the ocean, take a cruise. I noticed there's an eclipse that's going to be crossing in Luxor, Egypt, coming up around 2026, I believe. And if you happen to miss the eclipse this time, we had one of our Madison Astronomical Society meetings coming up this Friday night, 7 o'clock at UW Space Place, 2300 South Park Street. The Madison School District Planetarium Director, Ben Sensen, is going to be doing a presentation. Some professional astronomers, 2 teams went to Texas and Mexico to try to reproduce the 1919 Eddington experiment that they tried doing during a total eclipse to try to prove Einstein's general theory of relativity. So that'll be happening at our monthly meeting at UW Space Place at 2300 South Park Street.
Very cool.
Well,
7 o'clock. Be there.
Very cool. Thank you so much for being here today, Laurence. We appreciate it.
You're welcome, and thank you for inviting me.